So we are speaking for Refuah Shlema, the Schus of Refuah Shlema for Shimon ben Penina Esther. So we spoke about Bilam, and I mean, any normal guy, it's so clear, the donkey doesn't move, the donkey moves aside, and eventually this donkey starts to speak. I mean, how much denial, cognitive dissonance is a person in? There's something going on here. So I had this conversation with someone, and he said, you know what, Chanan, gewaldig. But Chazal say very clear that every single day a bus call comes down and speaks to every single one of us. 1 second. What's happening here that we're not listening? So he said to me like this. He said, firstly, because we all have these distractions. It's a tremendous thing for the Ma'aseh Satan to keep us distracted. If you think of all the greatest people in our religion, at one point in their life, they were all shepherds. David HaMelech, Moshe ben, all of our others. Why? Because you're out in the field. A relationship like there's no internet there. That's the way that you can know. So the first thing is to know is that we have distractions. The second thing is one of the hardest things we possibly have is to give over the fact that HaKadosh Baruch Hu really knows what's right for me even better than myself. We spoke, I think, a few days ago about the late Avram Tversky Zatzal. So he told me something that is unbelievable. He said that the big book, the 12-step, there was one time it completely miserably failed. When? They took God out of the equation. When you take God out of the equation, the godless of the big book is the first step is let go, let God. Give it over to God. So I think the one thing that we can learn from the whole thing of Balak, how can he not see, is we ourselves are get messages all the time. And one of the reasons that we steadfast walked in paths sometimes of self-destruction, is very hard to know that there's someone else in control. How does the Parsha end? The Parsha ends not that he was there to curse, but what does he say? At the end, he blurts out, Ma tovu. The first thing we say when you walk into shul, right? The blessing of the tents of, that's the backbone of Klal Yisrael. So I said this tongue-in-cheek at one of the conferences recently. So I'm on a committee for the federation, and you can't make this stuff up. They are doing some federation Tanakh. They want to redact Adam and Eve to Adam and Steve. That's where we're holding today. Okay? You can't make this stuff up. So, at the end, what did he say? He saw the beauty, the modesty of Klal Yisrael. The fact that the tents were put in a certain situation so that people could keep their privacy. So I think for all of us, we should take it to heart that we aren't in control. Kadosh Baruch Hu is sending us messages. We should try and realize that he knows what's better for us. And at the end, I think the one thing that we can all certainly have control over is the way hopefully we treat our wives, the tone that we set at home. That can be a source of bracha. And hopefully if we do that, just like Bilam blurted out a bracha, Be'ez Hashem, the bracha should be chal. And that's what I wish for each and every one of you.